Look what just came in the mail. Picked this up from my P.O. box. It's a brand new DR trimmer. This is their Pro XL model. Let's go ahead and dive right into unboxing it. We got everything out of the packaging. We got the Pro XL itself. We got the 16-inch wheels. We also have some trimmer line, 2 different ones. We also got the hardware and both instructions for the trimmer and the engine itself. So first thing we're gonna do is get ourselves a 5/8 socket with a ratchet, because we do have to install some hardware. Line installation. So you have many openings here. This all depends on the height that you want. So the lower one is 1 1/2 inch. I think that's really low. We're gonna go up to the highest one, which is 3 1/2 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna feed my line through until it shows up out the end. Before we pull on them, we want them in equal proportion, and you pull and you want to feed this right underneath that lip. I'll kind of zoom in so you can see, because that's what's going to hold the line from coming out of place. So there we got one side. Now we want to do the same thing on the other side. Now I did also want to mention that this front plate is a cast aluminum, which gives great protection against any collisions. Let's just say we accidentally hit a rock or a tree stump or anything. It's going to protect the frame of the DR trimmer. One more thing to mention, did you see how fast we got the line installed? I mean, toolless system. All you have to do is have extra cord and you can get this line replaced in a matter of seconds. So let's go ahead, take this off, put some gas, make sure it's got oil, and then turn it on, make sure it works properly, and cut some tall grass with it. All right, we got this grassy area going deeper into this plot of land. It does get a little bit rugged, so we got to be careful. And the grass here is 3 to 4 feet high in some places, grass and a mixture of weeds. It does have electric start. You can pull start it, or you can just do this. All right, we tried it on some weedy open field. Now let's try it on some regular grass. I don't really see myself using the DR trimmer to mow my entire lawn, maybe doing the outside where it needs trimming. I see this thing perfect for weedy, uneven terrain where there's super tall weeds and grass like we just did, and that's what it's made for. We still have a lot of life. We did not change it at all when using it on those weeds. It also has the 16-inch wheels. The wheels are plastic. I do see these cracking. Maybe in the future they could incorporate some aluminum wheels. I do really like the electric start feature, how you can start this thing with a push of a button. And also, if this fails or something, you still have your pull start like you would on a regular lawnmower. It's got a kill switch too. You just press the stop to stop it. One thing I did notice that I did not like when putting oil in there is the dipstick tube. It is super small, and if you don't have a small enough funnel, then you're gonna have a very hard time filling it with oil. One more thing I wanna check is the air filter. Now, again, we only used it for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Clean air filter, didn't get clogged. Really good filtration system. If it didn't clog within the first 10 minutes, that's a good thing. But other than that, yeah, it didn't stall. It blasted through just about everything that I pushed it at. It went over the rough terrain, went over rocks. Now think about this. If you were to put a push mower on the stuff that we just cut, there were so many rocks over there, we would have definitely bent a blade. And so using a push behind, walk behind string trimmer, all you do is put the super thick string, will expose some of those rocks. And even if you do go over them, you don't really damage any components because of these 16-inch wheels. They'll just go right over them, or you'll kind of get stuck and you still won't damage anything because there's really nothing to damage. My first impressions, I'd say this would be a phenomenal machine for exactly the terrain we just cut. So I'm definitely going to be using this in my fleet, and I do appreciate them sending me this unit to test. I am going to be keeping it. And a lot of you tell me all the time, Phil, why don't you get a DR trimmer? And I was always like, you know, what's the point? They're very situational. They don't really come in handy. Why not just use a string trimmer, or why not just put a mower on there? But then when I was doing that property, I realized, you know, if I were to put a mower on here, I would damage the blades right away. The string trimmer that I use does not have super thick string like this one does. So I'd be going through string a lot more. Again, we didn't even replace the string on this guy. This is definitely going to come in handy in my business, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.